You serious?
Hello, there's plenty of ways to kill some time out there, and right now you are in the midst of the 2016 best bits for how to kill an hour. One of the things we do on the show is we talk about new apps that we've tried out. And here's me talking to Funk Butcher about an app in episode 29, which was kind of brought out the action man in me. Speaking of games, I've got a little app. I'm getting myself prepared for a killing, a kind of like outdoors bit of time killing that we're going to be doing on the show, which I can't wait to tell you about real soon, probably in the next episode. I downloaded this game called Bomb Squad, because it's a free app. I like to think, Funk, I'm not gonna lie, I like to think that when I watch television, I watch things like, you know, when I used to watch The Wire, or when I watch like shows like
classic,
classic, or when I watch like NCIS, or when I watch like those sorts of shows, I like to think, you know what, I could do that. I'll be a wicked detective. You know, I'll be that guy that, like, you know, could defuse a bomb. And that's why this game called Bomb Squad's sick, because you basically practice defusing bombs in this game. I don't know how real it is, but to me it feels real. Like I've been cutting red wires. You know, I've been like using transponders to cancel out like certain, you know, frequency. It's been sick. So yeah, man, that's what I mean. I think I'm qualified to defuse bombs right now. Probably not.
Wow.
But yeah, man.
In the current climate of national security, I wonder how well that app's gonna do, man. Because everyone's a bit hoity-toity with the whole bomb thing.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, bruv, very much so. I mean, I don't want to pull it out on the train and start playing it. Like people just hear, doot, 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 and I'm sweating there thinking, going to somebody, do I do the red or the white? The red or the white wire? And also, Funk, how many times did we have to say bomb on a podcast before like the NSA is listening to this? Hi guys. They're gonna hear the words bomb and butcher. So as well as apps that are pretty cool and work, we also talk about the tech that doesn't quite make it. And Google, one of the biggest companies and well-known companies in the world, managed to make something that didn't quite work. And Nick Bright spoke to me about it in episode 30.
It's funny because certain things haven't really taken off though. You know what I mean? Like Google Glass.
They folded that, you know. I almost bought it with them. I almost went and copped. I went to they had like a Google Glass shop, like a sort of exclusive thing you had to sign up for. And I went in there, I tried it on, and it just wasn't. They just didn't sell it to me. I don't know what it was. It didn't reach out to me.
I never ever had a go. So what was it like? Just like for those people listening to the podcast right now, who like me have never experienced it. What was it? Were there like apps in your eyes?
It was like a small screen that was it wasn't center of your eyesight on one eye. It was just slightly out the way, but it was clear enough for you to be able to read, get directions and stuff. Like imagine the key information you get from your phone popping up, kind of probably what comes up on the iWatch, really. On the Apple Watch is what you get. So for example, I saw applications like, say you were walking down the street, you could put Google Maps on, put locations in, and it would stay dark, but then when it was time to take a right, a little right arrow would come up, like a coloured one, be like, turn right. Or there were more interesting applications, like you could look up at the sky at nighttime, and there was an app that would highlight all of the stars' names and stuff like that, showing you that it could show you where you were. And that was cool. But then I was like, I have to connect this to my phone. All the time.
It's like the Apple Watch.
It's another thing to charge. Yeah, and I was just like, you know what? I'd rather not.
It's really hard to guess it's really hard to guess what's next for tech, because the kind of obvious thing, man, would be something like Google Glass, innit? But we've already seen it didn't work. What are they going to do? They're going to bring out contact lenses that can do it, so you don't have to wear something on your face. Like obviously this is in the future now. I mean, you know, but like that would be better, because a lot of people were put off from Google Glass because you had to wear something on your face.
Yeah, and I think it was the sort of people found it intrusive. Like if I was wearing Google Glass right now,
you could take
you'd be thinking, are you filming me?
Yeah.
What are you like running background checks? Like with facial recognition, I could look at you and just be like, Nick Bright, what's going, like, which is cool if you forget names all the time, because you'd be like,
it'd be
Dave.
Great. I should get a pair, man. Oh wait, they're folded. Great.
But I think people used to call them glass holes and stuff. Like they hated it because they were like I think they just found that people having this device that could record all time. It's like when people have GoPros on, cyclists have GoPros on, they're kind of saying to everyone, watch your mouth, I'm recording you. And people don't like to be censored in that way. So I think we have to become comfortable with that, or have some sort of signal that shows that it's not recording, and then everyone will be cool. Because I think if we're in a room full of people all wearing Google Glass, we'd all be on our best behaviour, because we don't know what would be going on. It'd be interesting.
It's a weird concept, Google Glass, but it's if somebody can do it in the right way, maybe we've seen a taste of the future.
Now, one of our presenters, Ace, isn't a big fan of poo stories, but let's be honest, we've all got a story surrounding a bodily function, and Nick Bright brought one to the table in episode 30. As someone,
like, it's so,
mate, yeah.
Do you know what though? I must say, I had an emergency one time, right? It was I was DJing.
Yeah.
I was DJing in Bournemouth.
Yeah.
It's where you used to play, actually. You used to DJ
Cameo.
It used to be called Dust Till Dawn.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So it's got upstairs room and then downstairs, isn't it? I was DJing in the upstairs room there, right? And I never forget, I had a mad emergency. I was DJing in the upstairs room, and you know when like your belly just goes, you know when you get that one, and you're like, this ain't gonna be a normal thing. It's
gonna be a dribbly plops.
Yeah. This is gonna be a
straight, liquid.
Yeah, straight water.
It's gonna be a NutriBullet.
Oh yeah, it was a joke, bruv. And so what happened, right, is I ran into the toilet of the club, and what you just said, you just summed it up perfectly. The cubicles were devastated. Devastated. And I was like, I can't go in there. There's no way. So I ran up the hill. Where that club is, there's a hill. It's down like a hill. So I ran up the hill to the KFC. There's a KFC in Bournemouth. If you're from Bournemouth and you're listening to this, you'll know exactly where that is, at the top of a hill, just on the roundabout. There's a big main
You ran all the way from the club to KFC?
Ran all the way up there.
Yeah.
And basically, I got into KFC, and to my horror, when I got into KFC, you ready for this? To my absolute horror, it was takeaway only, so you couldn't get round to where the toilets were. There was like shutters that had been pulled down. So yeah, I basically ran back to the club and had to use the devastated toilet, and I devastated it some more.
Was it hover game?
It was hover game. It was hover. It's like the squats that I've been doing at the gym that week had really helped.
And what happened to the music that was playing though?
Luckily, it's when I used to go back to back with. It's funny. My flatmate, me and him have always DJ'd together until more recent times, because he's playing house music and stuff now, and I'm playing hip hop and R&B. So like, it don't really work. But yeah, he just carried on DJing, and when I got back, I was like, "Sorry, bro. It was an emergency, and it is one of those things."
And what did he say?
He's just like, "No worries."
But we also counteracted it in that same episode with some tech talk about some robots that can handle our business, literally. Nissan and a chair firm, Okumura, have developed office chairs that can tidy themselves away. All you have to do is clap. However, they have no plans to sell the technology just yet. They have cameras around the office that tell the chairs where to go, so they can gather around the tables. But I want them to share that with me, bro.
Yeah, I need that. I need that now. What's going on?
I want that for my socks.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't do anything again. Like, when it says clean, what's it capable of doing? Surely it can't, like, what, has it got robotic arms? Like, I don't understand.
So you clap, and I think the chair, you clap and the chair just wheels itself back under the table.
It's hardly really kind of cleaning the office.
Well, tidying up the office a bit, innit? Chairs are messy.
Yeah, I, until they get it to the stage where, like, it can pick up my boxes.
Oh, you mean like you want a full robot that can just come along and tidy up the house?
Yeah, well, I say that, right, but you've seen iRobot, yeah?
Yeah.
Will Smith movie. I'm on Will Smith's side. I think we're not that far away from having robots living in our yard. Like, seriously, I think robots will live in our houses within 100 years or something. And I think we're not that far away from having robots living in our yards. Like, in 100 years or something like that, we will have robots living in your house that you can tell to do chores and sweep up, and then there will be a robot revolution, and then Will Smith will say, "Look, did you watch iRobot? I told you so, bro, all these years ago." I don't trust it. Like, I'm so paranoid about stuff like that. But I'll probably be gone in 100 years anyway, so it's cool, do you know what I mean?
Or you'll be in a robot.
Yeah, exactly. Then I'll love them. I mean, they'll be great. They'll be the greatest thing since sliced bread then. You know what I mean? But, like, yeah, it's a really weird concept for me. But it sounds like it's leaning towards all of that. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, Nissan, a big Japanese company, and I know in Japan that they are developing artificial intelligence all the time.
Yeah, their toilets are next level out there.
Well, when I went to Thailand, right, in Bangkok, I stayed in a Japanese hotel chain called the Akura Prestige. They've got them like all over the place, but it's the Japanese hotel, and they had like a toilet seat like that. It was mad, bruv. It's
Talk
like,
us through it.
Well, I don't know if you're eating whilst listening to the podcast, it might be best to I don't know, if you're eating Cocoa Pops.
Chocolate.
Yeah, Cocoa Plops. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, basically, like, it cleans your backside, basically. Yeah. Like you get a nice like water jet, you know, nice bit of cleanage, and then it dries it as well. Like, it's cool.
Should we have this over here in the UK? Should we ship this in?
Should we? Sorry.
Should we have this in?
Should we
ship it in?
Oh, ship it in.
Ship it in.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Okay. I was just checking. It's funny, they've got it in some places already. I stayed in the Shard, right, which is if you're listening abroad, it's basically like a tall building that we have over here that's got a hotel in there called the Shangri-La Hotel.
Yeah.
That's a Chinese hotel chain, I think. And they've got them in there. I obviously managed to use it. Like,
what in the? I've only used the urinals in there. What? It's in the normal toilets.
I don't know about the public toilets, but in the hotel.
In the hotel,
when you stay in the hotel in your room, like, it's got it in the room. It's funny though, because it's got because obviously men and women use the toilet as is what toilets are all about.
Yeah.
So it's got a front wash as well, if you want a front wash. But I mean, that's no good for us dudes.
I'll just do it anyway.
It's like, why not? Give me some frontage.
Yeah, give you some shampoo, conditioner, comb over.
I've seen toilets in Japan. This is only online because I've never been to Japan, but I've seen toilets that like they wipe themselves as well. So you know, like if you pee on the seat, which is like a common problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right of way. I like to say rite of passage.
They've got toilets where the seat spins and like it's got like a wiper which basically wipes all the residue off the seat. I've seen
a viral video somewhere where somebody drops a shit on the actual toilet seat.
That's
and it just smudges it all around.
Yes, you know the thing I'm on about. So, I mean, why would you drop a shite on there though, man? That's just nasty. I mean, if it was in your yard, you wouldn't do that, would you?
Nah,
some people might. You never
I think people, you know, like I know there are people that are, you know, I might be one of them. You know, when you go to the
you
club,
would put poo on the toilet seat. Is that
you know when you're at the nightclub and someone devastates the toilet? I got a mate. He's that guy at a nightclub. If you go into a toilet at any time after midnight, the toilet, for some reason in the I know about
the men's is just.
And also in episode 31, we spoke about heroes, our inner Tony Stark, when Funk Butcher joined us on the show. We've been getting closer and closer to real life invisibility cloaks now, Funk. We're not quite Harry Potter or the Starship Enterprise, but there's been an advancement in a special type of material from Iowa State University which guards whatever is placed on from cameras. So you'll still be seen via the naked eye, but if you're watching via a video feed, you'll be hidden from the feeds, basically. So this type of tech can be used for fighter jets.
It already is used for fighter jets, though.
Probably is.
Yeah,
it probably is.
There's actually
when they say they're thinking about it, it's probably is it really?
Yeah, there's a fighter jet. I used to be really into planes when I was at school, and there's a fighter jet, and it used to fly at the speed of sound, which is Mach 1. It's very distinct. It's very distinctive. It's like a black arrowhead. That's what it looks like. The shape of the plane. You've definitely seen it before.
Was it more stealthier than the X-Men's one?
They probably took their ideas from it, because the Blackbird, and I think it's called that in X-Men, their plane, or the Bluebird or the Blackbird, flies at the speed of sound, has a similar sort of kind of arrow.
Is it the BC?
Arrow point. No, Stealth Fighter.
I don't know, but they've basically made this material which they're thinking they can use on organic things. At the moment, they've only got some that's an 80 nanometers thick and only large enough to cover a few cells, but invisibility cloak, Funk. If you could wear a jacket that made you invisible, how would you use it?
I'm walking right up to the bank. I'm saying, thank you. Do you know the thing is, yeah? The thing is, I think a lot of people would probably use it to kind of help themselves. I don't know, a few more extra sweeties, a few more extra bits of popcorn at the cinema. And I feel that just shows how repressed we are as a society, whereby if we did have the means to do things, what would we actually do? Kind of thing.
Petty crime.
A lot of it would probably be down to petty crime. With that invisibility cloak thing, it's funny because I was watching Fantastic Four yesterday. It's actually not as bad as people were going on about. I mean, I have seen worse films.
The new one.
Yeah, the new one.
You know what? I am swerved that because of the reviews.
Yeah,
They're so bad.
Do you know what? Give it a shot. It's not terrible. You have seen worse films. You have seen worse.
Right.
Namely, that new film with Keanu Reeves. That film was.
What, John Wick?
No. The one where he's a writer where the two women kidnap him in his house.
Oh, and mash him up. Yeah, that was the yin to the yang of John Wick, because John Wick is sick. John Wick. The only thing that John Wick was good, but the only thing that I can say is it didn't have the body count like London Has Fallen though. Oh my gosh.
But the fight choreography was very, very good though.
Yeah. So imagine those body counts, Funk, times 10. London Has Fallen, trust me, there's body after body dropping.
Yeah, I definitely need to check that film out. But yeah, I was watching Fantastic Four, obviously. What's it? Sue Storm. She has the power of invisibility. And I was thinking, well, if I could do, but she has additional powers. She can create force fields, and you know what I mean. Invisibility is a bit, I don't know. I think we're in a generation now where people actually want to be seen. Everyone's claiming about blue ticks and social media, and I think the whole generation that wants to be, what's the word, like cloak and dagger and clandestine. They're not really about anymore. I think people actually want to be seen. If you're offering two
fleek ability, fleek ability cloak, a glow ability cloak.
Turn up.
Is that what you're saying, Fun? A turn up ability cloak.
They activate their powers, not flame on. Turn up, and they just become more rambunctious and out there. Get more blue ticks, get more retweets. That's their power. That's what people want. People want a power where they get more likes on Instagram and more tweets, more retweets. I don't think people want to be invisible. Yeah. People want to break the internet. I can't see.
Oh my God.
I can't see the followers of social media celebrities and whatnot, which is the next generation coming through, wanting anything to do with being invisible and off the radar. It's all about this Lockheed. That's what it is. The Lockheed Nighthawk jet F117. You can have a look at it. Yeah, and it's a stealth jet. It flies faster than the speed of sound, which is Mach 1. And this generation, if they'll fly in that plane, the plane is black. This generation, they'll fly in that plane. It will be a luminous yellow. Like they would want to be seen. Yeah. They will fly over enemy territory. Like, hi, I'm here. With that horn,
playing future commas, playing future commas.
With a subwoofer coming out below.
I never thought about that. Yeah, people don't want to be invisible nowadays.
People don't want to be invisible.
Opposite.
Yeah, people don't want to be invisible.
Cloak.
And you know where you can probably kind of gauge that as well. Probably if you was to ever go into the archives of Marvel or DC. And look at characters like, I don't know, or some of the X-Men that had invisibility attributes. What?
Jean Grey.
Yeah, what section of the demographic was actually following those characters? Or would they more like to be like Hulk because he's out there, green, big, smashes stuff? Do you know what I mean? And I think that kind of taps into the psychology of what we would like to be if we had superpowers, because I think that's what it is. That's what it boils down to. People want to be seen now.
Iron Man. I wouldn't mind being Iron Man though, because he's got some all right resources.
Oh, I said I'd rather be Tony Stark anyway because he's got the money.
Got the peas. Him and Batman. People say they're not superheroes because they've just got money, but I'm like, money's a superpower nowadays. Money is. Do you know?
Well, money makes countries superpowers. Yeah.
So that was part 3 of our best bits for How to Kill an Hour in 2016. Part 4 is up next. There's plenty of ways to kill some time out there. Thank you for killing some time with me.